my gosh, it's CQ.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Red Comet Podcast, the RCP, the place to be. I'm here with a few nearest and dearest friends of mine, as usual. Got my boy CQ, got the boy Way, got the boy Jimmy Jans. We in the building. Hold up. Air horn for the gang. All right, the music's still going. I thought the music was done by now. That thing was going. I just wanted the air horn, bro. Yeah. I want the air horn.
Our cold starts are heating up, but they still a little cold.
I like the cold starts, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Cold starts are fun. A little authentic.
Exactly. One take, bro. I'm not doing it. One take, Drake.
It's definitely one take, Drake.
One take, Drake. So today, what the hell? Anyways, who cares? Today we talking about Gundams. So I'm a big Gundam fan. Gundam was the very first anime I ever watched in my life.
Wow.
Toonami.
That's crazy. Bro,
Toonami came on. It was G Gundam with the shining finger. Like I saw that joint. Yeah. I saw the promo. I was like, is this man going Super Saiyan? And that's what got me down this journey. But like I want to talk about like the actual timeline of Gundam. Like the universal century basically. So in the Gundam universe, there's a few there's a few timelines. There's a universal century, which is the main timeline, and then there's like different centuries based off of like different series like Iron Blood Orphans, G Gundam, Gundam Wing.
That's a side timeline?
Yeah, all that stuff is side timeline that doesn't talk about, that's not really canon to the main story. Today we kind of want to just go through like the entire timeline and just break down the significance of events, characters, yada yada yada, and what it means for the overall story.
See, this is gonna help me because like I've tapped in. I didn't really even know Gundams had like a basically were chronological. I just thought they were just like their own standalone stories. So this is gonna help me. I know about like Char's Rebellion, and like all the, but I never watched them in order because
facts. I came through like with G Gundam. I didn't pop in until Gundam Wing. Gundam Wing is what got me. And I was like, I can't even remember how young I was. But as a young niggas, we was like, robots? Psh, easy. Like, nothing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I've always had a thing for like unexplained technology when it comes to TV. I think I might have said that last time I was up here. Yeah. And like, Gundam is the king of that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? God. The king of unexplained technology, bro. So it's like, I really enjoyed it ever since I was a kid. And so when I found out, I feel like you the one that told me there was a timeline to it.
I was, because it was when you broke your foot and like I was at your crib and like I was like, bro, I just started watching the Gundam. I just started getting to the timeline stuff. Like, you should check this out. Yeah. And then you immediately got hooked. And then every time I went over, we was just bro.
Bro, no that's cap, hard. Bro. Trauma bomb. You know what I'm saying?
Trauma bomb for real.
We're gonna skip that part, but I definitely had a lot of time to sit back and really get into it. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh yeah, I'm like, this is gonna take all the time it needs.
It really did too.
Bro, yeah.
We went through the entire time. Me and Way went through the entire Gundam timeline. Yeah. Like I think we spent 3 months?
Like real deal. Like I really like they've been.
You're a real one also.
Yeah. Apparently they've been doing this since the 80s. You know what I'm
saying?
They have. You know, the 80s got my favorite animation style, so I was hooked even then. You know what I'm saying? So,
go ahead, bro.
Sorry to ask you to look up when Char's Rebellion came out, EP, but I think that was like in the early 90s, but that was like the last installment of that. Like
that was like 89 or something like that.
You know what I'm saying? They had like two or three series or like movies before Char's Rebellion, like.
There's a whole, and even the stuff that comes like after, a lot of it takes place like, some of it takes place like before Char's Rebellion. It's so much.
So it's like a prequel.
That's a great segue into the first one. So there's Mobile Suit Gundam: The Origin. Mm-hmm. That is chronologically the very first Gundam ever. Like that's the first event of Gundam.
Everything started.
Yep. The manga series was written and illustrated by, excuse me if I'm pronouncing anything wrong, Yoshikazu Yasuhiko. forgive me if I'm butchering your name, which I know I am. He was
We're
a character.
American.
Oh yeah, I'm American, bro.
You gotta say it like
We're American.
Yeah, I'm American and Nigerian, bro. So like this is right here is just like I'm trying. But hey, look, I love Gundam. I just went on the whole soliloquy on why I love Gundam. They gonna be hype.
He gonna care, bro.
They gonna be hype. He was also the character designer for the original Mobile Suit Gundam. And the series is basically a prequel to the original series. It offers a detailed retelling and expansion of the early events that led up to the conflict in the original series, which took place in our time, 1979. That's when the very first Mobile Suit, 1979.
But that's crazy, bro, because they got the 1 year war, supposedly the first war. It's 0079.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even see that.
I need Pete. I know, right? It's crazy. I need Pete.
That's wild.
That's crazy. And the 1 year war is oh my god. We'll get
shout out to the writers, bro.
Shout out
throughout all the years.
Oh my god,
crazy.
Yo, y'all will be
real wild.
We gonna tap into all this, bro.
Yeah,
you should
look.
Because I watched Gundam, but like I didn't know it was like I said, the timeline. I've been on Unicorn, Wing, Charge, Rebellion, 00.
Wait till you put it together, bro.
Oh my god.
wait till you put this.
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Insane.
We was watching this in real time. We were like, yo, this man is sick. Like, oh my god, these people are crazy. Bro. Like the government. Well, let's get into it. Char Aznable, also known as the Red Comet, which is why I named this podcast the Red Comet. He is, he's one of my favorite antagonists. Just
period.
Period.
In anime or in fiction?
Fiction.
Cold.
Fiction.
All fiction.
No,
that boy, bro.
He's cold.
What I got for Char? Do I got some music for Char? Yeah, that's Char.
Hey, hit that bit again, super producer.
That's Char on God. You hear that man, Dave? You just you
like, anytime he walk in the room.
It's crazy though, because I remember like even in like Gundam Wing, like the latter like the latter parts of Gundam Wing, they were still talking about him,
bro.
Yes.
But and it wasn't even Char. It was just a dude dressed
like
Char.
Yeah.
Char is just that. He's that guy. He is the Madara Uchiha. That's for my other anime fans. He's the Madara Uchiha of Gundam. He is the Frieza of Gundam. Yeah. He is the who else? Who else is fire? He's the Sukuna of Gundam.
And I would say I'll give him Sukuna more than the other two because he was a lot more successful than Frieza.
Yeah, but Char had a heart.
Yes, he had weaknesses.
It was
too.
deep.
But that's the reason I think why he was so successful too.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like
he's literally the most iconic character, man.
So is that where we start? We start,
bro.
Right, cool.
We doing
in order,
chronological order, bro.
All right, so
let's talk about Mobile Suit: The Origin. Let me set the backdrop real quick. So basically, the Zabi family and the Daikun family; those are the two like ruling families in space. The humans live on Earth. The space noids live in space. Those are the two separate groups. Mm-hmm. Casfall's father, what's his name? Rem? Yeah, Riem Daikun. He died, but he was actually poisoned by the Zabi family. And the Zabi family was using basically his family as political tools.
Bargaining tools.
To basically take over I'm gonna let you go.
Good. In a deeper context, what's going on is Earth is being overpopulated. It's too much. It's to the point now where no one can live on Earth anymore. So they fled to space to survive. And so I think on Earth is the Daikun family, and in space is the Zabi family.
No, they're both in space.
Oh, okay.
Because remember, Casfall Daikun.
Facts. All right. So they're the two big up in space.
They're the two big up in space. The two big families
because of that, right? And so, like he said, they murked his dad.
And
then they played it off like he just regular died.
Yep.
And then they tried to murk him and his sister
and his mom.
But they put her up in like a tower. You know what I'm saying? So she could die on her own. They tried to actually kill the two kids. These kids like 8, 9,
maybe
9.
Like
definitely under 10.
Casfall was at least 8, but Sayla, which is his sister, was at least, I gotta say, she had to be like 5 or 6. 7. She was like a 5 or a 6 year old,
and they was definitely they was gonna murder those.
And
kids.
like when I tell you, like the whole what's his name, Garen Zabi, that's the leader, that's the old man in the chair that you might see in some of the old Gundam animes. Then you had his son Degwin, Degwin Zabi. No, Degwin was the father, my bad. Giran was basically Space Hitler.
I've heard of Giran.
Yeah, Giran is basically Space Hitler. And he uses the entire zombie family. No, I'm being for real. He used the zombie family, and they create the first, like, mobile suits. They're the people that create the mobile suits. And in response to the mobile suits, which are basically like, they had this thing called mobile workers, which are basically like space machines to kind of like move rock and debris. They repurpose them for military stuff, military, turn them into mobile suits. And now they have a way to fight the Earth Federation, because Earth has a way bigger population than space. Yeah. But space got the weapons. Right. Yeah. So that's how really like.
Because they in space.
Because they ain't space. And like to kind of. It deals into so like we had like the rise of Zeon. So the story delves into the origins of the Principality of Zeon, including the political and social upheavals that led to its formation, and it highlights the death of Casval's father. Casval is also the name of Char. Char and Casval is the same person. Char is just his assumed name because he. I don't want. Yeah, I ain't gonna.
Are we gonna wait for that part? Or we gonna?
I ain't gonna say that part because that part's fun to find out.
All right, that's cool. We gonna let it out. So yeah, all right, that's cool. That's cool.
That part's actually fun to find out. So like y'all, when you find out why Char's name is Char,
changed his name to Char. Yeah, in order to get into the military. Unknown as the famous
because
person he was,
he's being hunted.
To kill him as
everybody in space knows what he looks like.
This is at like hard 12 to 15. He does this, and so he infiltrates the Zeon, right?
No, he was at least he was a teenager because it was supposed to be like a high school type thing. Yeah, he infiltrates the military academy basically under the name of Char Aznable, who was another person. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
He took bro name.
He took bro name, and basically. He basically kind of started the revolution in space. I'm not gonna say like how and stuff like that, but it deals with his transformation, and then also his sister Sayla. It goes deep into that and how like she transitioned from like being like this privileged little girl to be like becoming a pilot in the forces, and then she had to struggle with she wasn't a pilot, a nurse. Excuse me. A nurse to like, because she had so much pain. She went through so much pain. Like Char's little sister went through so much pain.
I think Char went through a lot of it too, bro, to be honest with you. Like
they did.
It was like
But Sayla kept losing people back to back. Char already Sayla kept losing people back to back to back. It was literally a back to back to back to back.
I think it's like a once the ball gets rolling, you know what I'm saying? It kind of turns into like a two different reactions to the same type of thing.
That's
what I'm saying. Well, I would say Sayla's losing folks. A lot of it could be attested to the fact that she wasn't taking the steps that Char was taking.
But she was, but she didn't have that darkness in her heart though, bro. That's just the thing. Like when Char was doing his little transformation thing, he killed a lot of people. Like he killed, and this is before like he really killed a lot of people. This is like pre-killing a lot of people, and he killed a lot of people. Sayla was a 5-year-old, bro. You can't expect you got a sister, bro. Do you really expect your little sister to be out there like that, moving like you?
If she next to me, I'm gonna be the one moving like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Char was. You know what I'm saying?
But they weren't next to each other though. Char kept her away. He kept her at distance.
I'm sorry. We're talking about two different moments. I'm talking about a specific moment. I guess when he was in the
which one were you talking about?
In the tank.
No, I agree with you on that.
Yeah,
I agree with you on that.
I think we're talking about the beginning, like him turning. When I think transition of him, I think that there was a time where he kind of got caught up in like a battle inside the city. Well, I guess they had figured out that the kids was trying to leave, and they was trying to.
They definitely did.
Yeah, they had figured out the kids was trying to leave, and they was trying to kill him.
They was trying to kill him. It was life or death.
You talking about Char now?
Char, yeah,
trying to kill kids.
Well,
let's set the scene for the people that because these guys don't know, and we know, so and they don't know, and I want to like include y'all. So. Basically, this is back when he was talking about like they put the mom in the tower. The mom was able to smuggle the kids out thanks to the help of some some loyalists. And they basically stole this little Gundam tank and
had to
because they was going to kill him.
No, I'm laughing because it happens like that in every Gundam.
Every Gundam.
Code Geass, bro.
Yeah. Oh God, it's always like some kid. Yeah. It's always some kid.
But like Lelouch was older. Char was he was Gohan's age when Gohan fought Cell, basically.
12, 13.
Yeah, he was like a child, bro. He wasn't 13. Gohan was 11.
He couldn't have been over 10.
He couldn't have been over 10. Gohan was like 11 years old, bro. That man was. Char was a child. He was a preteen, prepubescent little kid, and he got in the tank because he's like, look, they gonna kill me. And my little sister, Mink.
So
started. He
killed his first bodies right around 6 or 7. But like, even kind of before that, you can kind of see there's a moment where I think a lot of anime do a good job of this. They do a lot of what's the word?
What?
When you say something that's gonna happen later on. But
you talking about the predicting something? What? I know the word you're talking about too.
Some whatever. They
predicted.
I call it foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing.
I was thinking pre. That was wrong as hell. My bad. Bro.
You good,
foreshadowing.
bro.
They do really good job with foreshadowing.
And I went along with you too. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. All right, stupid on camera, but no. So they do a good job of foreshadowing. There's a moment where they come to extract the kids from the tower, and they take young Daikun, young Caswell. They take him out, and they're like, you gonna do this for our family now, or whatever. Or like, he's like, you're gonna regret this day. Like,
what family is this?
The Zombies.
The Zombie family.
The Zombies basically threatened him before, like the day before. The Zombies basically threatened to kill him, and Char, stone cold face in front of them, bitch was like, "You guys are gonna regret. You're gonna
pay for this."
And they slapped him till like he was like bleeding his mouth and shit. And then like the guards come in, and they're like, "What's going on?" He's like, "Ain't nothing going on." He held it down like a G at 11. Like, he got slapped by like this big military. Like, the person that slapped him was actually in charge of the military.
The girl.
What's her name? The other zombie.
Yeah,
but
she's important later. But
yeah, she's important later. We'll get to her in a second.
Yeah, right. So fast forward, after those moments happen, he catches a couple bodies before 11.
Yeah.
And they escape. They escape to
side something. It was basically like a Texas. It looked like Texas, basically.
So up there in space,
it was some Western world because satellites and stuff.
Yeah, up there in space, they had to house the people that aren't living on Earth. Because we can't live in space. They had to make basically space Earth or like planets,
which is called the colonies. Yeah.
So they're just huge, giant, like long.
Livable satellites.
Big old space stations, basically.
Giant, huge space stations.
They be having those in Gundams, too.
They be like the size of like Texas.
And stuff.
No, bigger than that, probably.
They be having whole colonizations, like y'all said, in that thing.
Mm-hmm. And so they moved to one of those, and then that's when he changes his name and infiltrates the military. And then he starts this
movement.
I'll call it a movement. It's a serious campaign that he kind of goes on within his own, with his own objectives that are different from the objectives of both the Federation and the
Zombie.
Xeon is what they call it.
So how old was he when he started his movement?
I would say
he was a teenager.
High school
age.
This dude Char is very charismatic. I'm already peeping.
You don't even know. You don't listen.
I don't even know what to call it. I don't know.
No, charismatic is a great word. Charismatic is a great word because Char, he be be talking to people, bro.
Yeah.
He's
like, I'll give you that.
The way Char be talking to people.
Yeah.
And
natural leadership ability.
Before we move on to the next one, though, which is basically the original Mobile Suit Gundam, we're gonna talk about that because we're basically leading into that right now. Nice. To watch the origin, it's on Crunchyroll and it's on Hulu. Okay, so if you want to watch the Char prequel, it's on Crunchyroll and Hulu. Highly recommend you guys watch it. It's a very good OVA, very well acted in English and in Japanese. Mm-hmm. The animation is like, it's 2000s animated, like 2010s, something like that animation. So it looks good. It looks very good. And you're going to get a whole new perspective on the entire franchise of Gundam. Mm-hmm. So let's we're going to move on to the original joint. So now we have the original Mobile Suit Gundam, which was created by Yoshiyuki Tomino. Again, if I'm butchering your name, forgive me. Forgive my American.
This is America.
This is America. America. Whoop. Wrong button.
This is America.
There we go.
Yo. For sure that.
They sounds like crazy.
Oh, God. So the original series aired in 1979, and it basically introduced the war, which is the 1 year war, which is what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Which is basically the bloodiest war in the Gundam universe. This is the bloodiest war. This is the most damning war. This is the most destructive war. No amount of lives in human history, no more amount of lives have been lost than there have been during the 1 year war.
This is the OG, right?
OG. Mm-hmm.
I think I watched this on Netflix.
Yeah, they got the movies.
Years ago.
Yeah, they got the movies.
Yeah, so this would technically be what happened after he starts his first version of his campaign.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is how I got familiar with Char. I never knew him as a Casball.
Yeah, Casball.
Never knew him as
Man, he put me on to who Char was before he even started. So I'd already been like, had big hopes for bro when I seen him. So I was like, okay, we're gonna see what's going on. And boy, did he deliver.
Boy. I won't go lead you wrong with Char, boy. Char different.
That boy different.
That boy different.
That boy good, ain't he? But talking about that, so we have Amuro Ray, which is the protagonist of Gundam. He's the protagonist of the series. He's the guy that was in the very first Gundam. So the Federation created the Gundams as a response to the mobile suits that the Zeons created.
Okay, let me. I'm
go ahead.
Keep asking these questions.
Please ask questions.
Y'all
I want y'all to understand.
I'm trying to get everybody into it. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
So, the Federation is a space federation, like different colonies.
So the Federation is Earth.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So anybody who I say is Federation basically means they're from Earth and they fight for Earth
In space.
No,
on Earth.
No,
predominantly
they fight them in space. But like, think of the Federation as. Let's just think of them as like the Western allies in like America, like just
in World War II.
In World War II, yeah. And then you have the Zeon as the Axis powers.
Gotcha.
That type of thing.
Yeah.
They're both in the same sphere, but two different sides. Like the Zeons want to fight for complete freedom to do whatever they want to do in space.
Yeah, you good.
And then, and the Federation, they want to be the ones to be control of Earth and space.
Right.
Yeah. So that's where.
So it's a long-term campaign on both ends. So there's a lot of fighting on Earth and also in space. A lot of it, I'm realizing as I went back over it to put everything together, because I had watched probably like 3 or 4 series back to back.
I know.
And like I'm lost in the I'm traumatized. I'm lost in the war at this point. So I had to put everything together, and I'm realizing a lot of these OVAs and stuff all happened within the same year.
Yes.
So like as Char and all this other stuff is going on, there's Earth fights happening, there's deep space fights happening, like all kind of like rolling into the same campaign of this giant, I would say, not World War IV. You know what I'm saying?
Super World
War IV. You know what I mean?
It sounds like these original Gundams, like the world building was like top level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The technology, like I said, I was saying earlier about unexplained technology, the tech that went, I think that was a really big part of going into the campaign. We'll get into it earlier. Like he was saying, to stay on point. They had the mobile Gundam suits, the first ever Gundam suits they had. They were used to be workers, but they turned them into military weapons. Yeah. So they were still worker type.
But like, they didn't suits, really have like the durability that they needed to
or
fight.
They had probably found a way to I think they found a way to outfit it with a weapon, like a gun. But the other hand was just a hand. You know what I'm saying? So
no sword, no nothing like that.
Yeah, none of that. Like just hand, like just because it was a robot with hands and arms, like it was crushing tanks and all that stuff, right? And so what the Earth Federation did was they created a newer, better version of that based on the technology that maybe it was stolen. Maybe they gave it to him. Maybe it was stolen. Oh, debris was stolen, right?
Yeah, it was stolen. And they also found a material called Gundanium, which is, I know,
Gundanium?
Funny. Gundanium. That's what the Gundams
Vibranium.
are made. Facts. No, dead ass. Yeah. Like I'm not making this up. It's Gundanium. That's what it is. Look it up. Google it.
And so go ahead. Oh, you good? So they created the first Gundam. So the Gundam was kind of like their one up to whatever they were doing over there in space. Mm-hmm. So what happens with your boy Amuro is his father. Amuro Ray. His father was a chief executive worker on the Gundam. So he knew all the schematics and had all that stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Basically Gundam's daddy.
Yeah. And as cool as we would think Gundams would be in real life, they also thought that in the show. They did a very good job of
hyping it up.
Well, I would say transferring what you as a 10-year-old would feel if you saw a giant robot you can get in and fight people with. You know what I'm saying? Literally.
And even the fact that he was because Amuro is also a child. Yeah. So he's about Char's age.
I see he's closer to.
He's closer to Char's age.
They're around the same age. He's a little younger than him.
He's a little younger, but he's not. It's like you and me type stuff.
That's the dude with the bowl type cut.
With the red hair and everything, yep, that's him.
Yeah,
that's Amuro with his jacket. Yeah, that's Amuro. Yeah, he's the main protagonist, basically the main protagonist of the series. And also to kind of go further into the point, the 1 year war. So the series is taking place during the 1 year war, which is the big conflict between both parties, the Earth Federation and the Principality of Zeon. And the war begins with Zeon's declaration of independence. Mm-hmm. So they
killed after they killed old boy, camera and was like,
yeah,
you go ahead, my bad.
No, you good. I'm with you.
Ad-libbing.
And they basically attacked Earth. So they started attacking Earth, and that's why they had to Earth created the Gundam so they could fight back quicker. And Amuro was able to pilot it because he's something called a new type, which is a whole concept about people who Earthlings who go into space basically they get a sixth sense. If they live out there long enough, or if they're born in space. Not all of them, but a lot of them can develop a sixth sense, and they're called new types. And new types are able to pilot Gundams flawlessly. Think Anakin Skywalker in an X-wing. Yeah. It's just like that. He didn't need no training. He needed some training, obviously, but he didn't really.
First time he hopped in there, it was over with. He had it. He had the only, like I said, his dad was working on it, so he was kind of just following his dad's role because his dad was the maker of this new thing.
His dad went down a dark path, man. I ain't gonna lie, Amuro got a sad backstory too.
Yeah. So
his parents are both terrible.
When he hopped in the Gundam for the first time, he didn't know what to do, but he had an idea because he had been studying it so much, following after his father. So he just hopped in there with some schematics he had just written up on his own or stolen, some version of both.
No, he stole them joints.
He stole those specifically, or did he have it?
So he stole the schematics from his dad
for a while too.
He was working on his dad's stuff because he's a genius, but he stole the schematics and he was looking at the manual while he was in the
he hopped in the first time
because he was trying to protect White Base because the place that he was at was getting attacked by the Zeon by accident. The Zeon meant to just do a recon mission, ended up turning to a whole conflict, and that's how the whole chase between White Base and Char started. It's a whole lot of events.
Okay, I got some questions now.
Please ask.
Who is White Base?
White Base is basically the mobile base for the Gundam. That's think of it like a naval ship. Yeah, it's the naval ship for the Gundam,
the destroyer, if you will.
Okay,
yeah.
So the destroyer and the Gundams would be the airplanes. So moving forward from this point on, we should be thinking of this as a giant naval,
giant navy ship. Yeah,
on all sides
with a whole crew, with a whole staff. I'm talking about chief engineers, officers, captains. We're gonna talk about Noah Bright in a second because Noah's the captain of White Base, and basically White Base is just full of kids. There's a lot of people. There's some people there that are some adults. But a lot of them are kids, and now they're soldiers.
Yeah, it's getting bad real fast.
You have no choice. We can't just drop you off. You have to do something.
Yeah.
So
there's no one to fight. There's no grown-ups left. At the point, a lot of the times,
or got killed.
Gundams, a lot of the times during these Gundams, like you said, though, this is again, this is the worst war that could happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so a lot of the bloodiest war ever.
Yeah, a lot of the tropes, like you kept saying, tropes that would happen a lot. A lot of these Gundams, these stories are centered around children because most of the adults are either inept or dead.
Rest in peace.
Yeah,
R.I.P. to the folks that was fighting the war. So, yeah.
And also during the series, this is where we get to see Char do his Char thing. He basically goes on a personal mission and involves avenging the death of his father, and he gets revenge on the Zabi family. And the way that he gets revenge on every single member of that family except for maybe one, they all Char. It was House of Cards, just dominoes falling. It was
shout out to House of Cards. I just throw that out.
That was funny.
And the boy played his role very, very well. It's hard, but
I got the battles too if you want to because there's
I got another question.
Oh, go for it.
So I know Char was big on getting back at the zombies, but what was his purpose in his campaign? What did he stand for?
So originally he believed in his father's idea, which is space is for space people, the space noids, which what they call them. So space is for space people, Earth is for the Earthlings. We are going to evolve into this thing called new types. And Char is basically his core belief is that he is to advance what his dad said and create the new types. That's what his core is. The side thing is, to get to that, he had to get rid of the Zabi family because the Zabi family
wanted all united.
They wanted all united under the Zabi family. So they was going to get it by any means necessary.
Dictatorship.
And they were actually close. And they were actually close to even stopping the war too. But then that boy Char.
Yeah, bro. They definitely made a bad move.
Different.
That boy different.
Different is the word.
I hit the sound. That boy different.
I'm trying to find my thing. Hold up.
You good? I'm gonna feel while he doing that. You know,
what happened?
I would definitely say that, like you said, a lot of these Gundams have similar stories.
Mm-hmm.
God damn!
Yeah,
I heard that.
I like that one.
Y'all heard that.
That was
nah, but I do have a question as well.
What's up?
So, like, what was the ending? I don't want you to spoil nothing.
I'm not going to. I got the final battles though.
But like what was the resolution for this part for the war?
So
resolution.
It's funny because it's all right. So the resolution for at least this series, there was a couple of key battles. So one was the Battle of Solomon, which was where White Base faced off the Zeon forces in a large scale confrontation. Then there was the Jaburo assault. And the Jaburo assault, the Zeon forces, they launched a major assault on Jaburo, which was Earth's secret underground base.
Okay.
I think it was like in Africa or the Amazon or somewhere in that area. And that's where they were trying to like nuke. They were trying to like destroy all the nuclear weapons that were in that base to kind of like cause like a nuclear incident on Earth. Crazy.
Wow.
Then you had the fall of the Zabi family because they kept getting picked off by that man Char. The shift in power.
Zabi's in the air.
Yeah, the shift in power kind of messed it up. Garen became in charge, and then a whole bunch of bad stuff happened there. And then the final confrontation happened. What was that? What was that battle called? Where they were in that last that giant. It was a giant. Abaku. Thank you. Abaku. Anyways, just Google final Gundam fight. Y'all understand?
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot we don't want to spoil it for nobody, so I can't be getting too deep.
Yeah, bro. But like basically, that was the final conflict of the Zabi family. They were all gone at that point,
and that ends the 1 year war.
That ends the 1 year war. Abaku, yeah, that was the final battle in the 1 year war.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
That was the final battle in the 1 year in the 1 year war.
Yeah, I'm knowing this is more than this.
Oh yeah,
right. So
go ahead.
So now, last night I was going over some of the OVAs that I watched too. A lot of that happened during this exact same time too, right? So
Transition King, Transition King. I like it. Go ahead.
So
bro.
MS
18.
MS 18.
Yes,
let me look at the thing.
I got you.
Hold on 1 second.
I got you, bro. So the MS. No, go ahead.
Oh,
I got it pulled up on my computer though, so like do your thing. But the Mobile Gundam suit, the MS-8 team, that's one of the OVAs that takes place during the 1 year war. This one takes place primarily on Earth, and it deals with this guy named Shiro Amada. He's the protagonist. He's a young lieutenant in the Earth forces, and he is with what's that lady's name? Aina. I think it was Aina, right? Yeah,
I've heard of Shiro before.
I've heard Aina.
Aina
was he competing?
That was
with
the Zeon lady.
I know. Yeah, okay.
Was he competing with Char like as well?
No. This takes place completely outside of Char. This is like where we're talking about like how Gundam, like every like fight takes place during the same place.
Yeah.
This one's taking place sometime during the 1 year war before the Battle of Abawaku.
Right. So while Char is around doing whatever he's doing
in space with Amuro,
this is happening White Base on Earth elsewhere.
The same time
on Earth.
Think about it like it is more like a Vietnam story to be honest with you. That's what the show kind of reminds me of, like
proxy war kind of.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a bunch of characters. Aina and Shiro are the main two, though. There's a bunch of great cast, though. But Iroh and Shiro are the main two. Aina, she's a Zeon pilot. Shiro's for the Federation. The first time they meet, they're in space. She's trying to kill him. He's like, "Hey, hold up, shorty. Let's conserve our energy. We are going to be stuck up here. One of our ships is going to be here." Right. Then they get to talk, and they're like, "Oh wait, y'all Earthlings ain't so bad. Y'all Spacelings ain't so bad." And then like it goes until like they drift apart. Because, the Zeons pick her up and then he gets picked up by his people.
Yeah.
They go through a series of campaigns. Then they meet again. And then they basically have to, like, stop this giant super weapon from being made and, like, killing everybody in this village.
She piloted it, don't she?
She was supposed to be the pilot. But she had to. But remember, at the end, it was her brother That was her brother. Yeah, her brother basically took over of it, and then like
it was her brother.
Yeah, her brother took over, did a whole bunch of scummy stuff.
I'm about to say,
I'm not really trying to spoil the. Yeah, he was a dirtbag.
What I say about a lot of the, I would say, antagonists in this story, whether they're zombie or some version of that, because a lot of this it goes into a couple to years afterwards as well. They kind of shoot themselves in the foot a lot because of their evil nature, so they do a lot of double crossing each other.
It's a lot of double crossing.
Sometimes they kill each other.
All's fair in love and war.
Yeah, literally. But ain't no love in there. Well, it's straight war. Ain't no love. At least on that side, you know what I'm saying? And then the whole story with Shiro and Aina, the first time that they met, he was saying that they were actually fighting in their different mobile suits from their different sides. I said that to make that a point because this is one of those tropes that I was talking about. So another reason I like Gundam is because it has a good I'm thinking of a word. It's for both sides, boys and girls, because it's kind of like war and a soap opera all at the same time.
A lot of drama.
Yeah, well, a lot of love. A lot of love
interest
drama.
for sure.
Yeah, a lot of love interest, a lot of love drama, and they even tie it in very well because it's they do really good about the feeling, the fallout of war. Like after a while, once you get to the third or fourth series that you're watching, like you're about as tired of the war. Like you don't know what side is a side. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing I love about Gundams. Like they have the characters so like driven in their beliefs and like
with good reason.
Yeah, with good reasoning too. Like it's written beautifully that it's like you're really seeing the juxtaposition of like
you can almost understand everyone's decision.
Yeah, like
you can understand the omnipresence that you have within all of it throughout the whole thing, even outside of the UC timeline. Yeah. Like you kind of like, dang, bro, like. I really fuck with Char, bro. I'm sorry, my bad. I really like Char, bro. That's one of my favorite characters in anime to this day. You know what I'm saying? Because
you on the Red Comet podcast,
bro. Because like the way that he went about what he did and the impact that he had even years after his death, is insane. But like even on the other side of it, like even down to what Shiro and Aina, how they get into what they end up doing is again fallout of war and all of the things that affect them. They kind of like a lot, and this will happen a lot of times too. A lot of people defect because you got to think these are kids. You know what I'm saying? These 13-year-olds like watching people get blown up in airplanes and stuff like that.
Go into deeper. What you mean by defect?
They desert.
They literally desert the war. Like they'll
just quit because they're tired of
all
fighting.
The time.
Because like when in this world, you've seen so much death. Like the UC. I think not UC. The 1 year war, I think took like 1 billion lives or something like that.
1 billion?
No. That's just throughout the war. There are incidents that take 1 billion lives in the incident. Like the incident will take 1 billion lives. Bro.
Oh, smooth. Yeah, there's one incident that takes 1 billion lives. Yeah. So it might be 2 billion actually.
And this is all in the
and this happens. I looked at it. This happened 3 or 4 times. What'd you say?
It's all in the 1 year war?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
This is all over 365 days.
That's crazy.
Marked.
Yeah, I'm over here and I'm just about to Google this.
I mean, while he does, I can believe it because, I mean, you was talking about yourself.
Okay, I got it.
Happening simultaneously.
Akil, we were both wrong.
That's like a civil war.
It was more.
Wow, more than 1 billion?
That's what I'm saying.
5.9 billion people were killed.
That's what I was about to say, bro.
6 billion?
Oh, for the whole war.
For the whole war. 5.9. So yes.
That's for 1 year.
I'm saying
in the span of 1 year, in the span of 1 year, 6 billion people died.
How many deaths is that a day on average?
Well, but you gotta
do the math, bro.
Get the calculation. We can feel for you while you.
I'm about to say, we can talk while you do that math.
I'm gonna leave it. I can only say this one time, but without spoiling everything.
Yeah, because I'm trying not to spoil too. Yeah, but it's hard.
You know what? You're right. I gotta leave that.
It's hard, bro.
I would definitely
go ahead.
I would just definitely say that, like you said with the love interest, like no anime does the Juliet and Romeo complex.
Yes,
Romeo Juliet
star-crossed lovers, bro.
Like,
it's great to see. To be honest, like it's really dope, bro. Like I said, like for all the people out there that are like, man, anime is for kids and like nerds and all that stuff. Like, bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like, if you watch soap opera, you probably want to watch this.
Yeah.
Or if you ever watched a World War II documentary,
Love and Housewives, Love and Hip Hop.
If you like tactical stuff, if you like
strategy,
the strategy, if you like just political intrigue, anything political. If you like political stuff, like political dramas, period pieces, you would love like Mobile Suit Gundam. is just perfect for it. And kind of moving on to the next OVA that also takes place during the 1 year war.
Hold on. I have a calculation.
Oh, you did?
Calculation for the 1 year war.
Yeah.
As to how many people died per day.
How many?
16,164,384 deaths per day.
Hey, you probably seen all 16 million of them too.
Smooth.
Like
the way they blow up the damn spaceships.
You probably watch
blow up
all
the spaceships
16
like
million of them
nothing,
deaths
bro.
That's true.
every day, bro.
That's true.
That's
I
crazy.
will say like, I'm not as versed in Gundam as you guys, but I definitely be knowing they'll blow them shits up. In
Bro.
16
blow
million
a colony up in a day, like,
Bro.
quick.
We'll get to the colonies.
Look, man.
We'll get to the colonies because they be using colonies like weapons.
Yeah. They don't care about civilian lives.
You can't even live like as a normal person outside. I would have stayed on Earth at this point.
It's sadistic because, like, for the theorist that I am about how we treating the Earth right now, is like, is that a future for us in 150, 200 years?
50 years, 20 years.
Zion.
Who knows?
I don't know, bro.
I hope it's not in my
Not
lifetime.
20.
That's a lot of technology.
I'm gonna have to deal with that in 20
I don't know if
Not
they're gonna let it get
20.
like that.
I don't know, man.
I won't even be 50 and 20.
At this point, I'll be
We living in
unsurprised.
crazy times, man.
Yeah, like
True.
you can't put no
That's
bars
true.
on nothing. Like at this point, like there's no surprise at this point. Like, at this point, I'm watching the movie of life. At this point,
Y'all remember the government introduced aliens? Didn't nobody give a crap?
bro, they showed drop that junk like
Nobody
like
cared.
all right, y'all, we lied.
Everybody's
Maybe
everybody's social security got hacked. Nobody cared.
Here's the files. If y'all want to look at them,
it's on you. You know what I'm saying? Folks like,
That's
bro, I gotta
all
work
they do.
tomorrow, bro. I ain't got time for that.
Bro, I gotta pay my bills, man.
Like what?
I'm paying my
Man,
bills.
you gonna have to take me.
There's still people out here thinking aliens not real.
Hey, it's
that's
cool.
real too.
Yeah, that's real.
Get you guys education. Don't believe us. Look it up.
Do your research.
The aliens is real. Anyways, moving on.
Agreed.
We got Mobile Suit Gundam Thunderbolt. That's another OVA that took place during the 1 year war.
Have I seen this?
Go ahead. Go. Keep going.
No, you good. It's set in the Universal Century, like all the other Gundam series, and it's really this one's intense. I ain't gonna lie. Like out of all the Gundams, this is one of the most intense ones. To kind of break down the series, Thunderbolt is set in the latter part of the 1 year war. It focuses on the fierce battles that take place in the Thunderbolt sector, which is an area of space heavily contested by the Earth Federation and the Principality of Zeon. So the sector is known for its intense combat and presence of debris from destroyed space colonies, because these space colonies get destroyed like crazy. It's actually kind of nasty.
Just for chronological sake, this is Wild.
While Char is doing this thing,
So he hasn't
Almo's
wiped
doing
out
this
all the Zeons yet,
he's
in
working
accordance to this OVA.
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And as a matter of fact, to be honest with you, the way they I was gonna say drew it. The way they
Animated.
yeah, animated. Well, drew it, animated. The way they go about it, they don't even hear about that. Like they get no word.
Yeah, they don't even know what's going on.
Like,
They don't even know what's going on.
It's
That's
a
facts.
completely different side of things. Like, yeah.
Yeah. And
Wow.
the Thunderbolt sector basically, the series talks about like the importance of the Thunderbolt sector. It's a region filled with debris, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of hazardous environments too, which adds like the challenges of like fighting in space. And the main character, E.O. Fleming, his mission and his Thunderbolt squadron are tasked with fighting the Zeon forces, and their mission is to secure key strategic positions and defeat Zeon forces, particularly the Living Dead Division led by Daryl Lawrence. Now, the Living Dead Division...
Hold on.
Yeah.
This man's name is Daryl.
You laughing, bro, but like, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Daryl.
Yeah, his name is Daryl
I've never
Lawrence.
heard no anime character named Daryl Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Daryl Lawrence.
Man, maybe
That's
they
one of
maybe
the plainest
maybe,
names
you know,
I've ever
you know,
heard in
that's-
anime.
I never thought about that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's like like the animators are aware now at this point. Like they're
Think so?
getting a lot of American viewership.
Maybe.
That's what it says to me.
I mean, that man's last name is Lawrence, and like he's part of the Living Dead Division. And the Living Dead Division, my God, bro, like these are the oh my God, these are
Yeah,
Bro.
I'll say this is one of the darker. Sides.
to kind of set the stage. The Living Dead Division don't have any limbs,
What?
so the
Just head and torso?
kind of so the Zeon what the Zeons did for this division, they found out that the mobile suits that they created work better if the pilot can be integrated into the system. So certain body parts are missing on some members, and they are kind of fused into the machine during the fight.
That's worse than Iron-Blooded Orphans.
Well, some of the times they'll lose the limbs because, like you said, because of the complicatedness of the sector that they was in. Zeons was losing. They was getting whooped out there. It was getting whooped out there because your boy EO and that Gundam, that's one of the, at this point, it's called
the Murdoch. Murdoch Gundam.
Yeah, at this point, they had created a couple of them. They had created a couple different Gundams that they were, Earth was flying off of the tech at this point, like really kind of outdoing them in a sense, you know what I'm saying? Especially over here on this side. So like they're whooping these dudes, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of them are like losing limbs and like it's getting real bad. They're running low on soldiers. The soldiers they do have are very injured or mentally unstable.
Morale is done.
Morale was very, very low on
that
side
in war.
of things. And so it was like a desperation thing.
It's so depressing sometimes, bro, when you're watching it. It's
for real, bro.
It's so real, and like the character depth between like E.O. Fleming and Derek Lawrence, like, and you find out why Lawrence is so dedicated to Zeon, and you see E.O. Fleming and like his dedication to like Earth and like the psychological and emotional aspects. It's just crazy. And then you have the technology, like the series, it really highlighted the technology. Like this one really highlighted the tech. And the advancements to the Gundam Universe introduced brand new mobile suits, advanced combat strategies, it expanded the Universal Century. It was so nasty, man. I ain't gonna lie. And like, it's so good.
Can you go into more depth about the Universal Century?
Yeah, so the Universal Century is the main timeline for the Gundam franchise. Okay. So like, that's where like we see like the origin, which was the first basically chronological moment that happened in the Universal Century that was like significant. So before, when humans went into space,
that's when they started. Right?
That's when they started the Universal Century. So like in
79 years after they just got into
that
space.
was the first war.
0079, yeah, I was referencing.
That was the first war.
Okay.
0079 was the first war. So that was the first real significant moment in the Universal Century. And then like you have, you know, stuff that comes later on. And that's all takes place in one timeline, which is called the Universal Century.
Right. So that's you're saying this project fleshed it out.
Yeah, it helped flesh it out even more. Like it helped flesh it out even more.
I like that word you use. Flesh is the word.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
I got a question about the Zeon family.
What's up?
So like, I know Char didn't like them because what they were trying to do, they backhanded people and everything. But like, and what you just said, them being so dark. What was it? The
Living Dead. The Living Dead division.
The Living Dead division. That's obviously
that's a tough name too, by the way.
It is. Very dark, very evil. Yeah. But like, did they ever show like the duality as to like
every time?
So it's like a
every time.
They're very. I don't even really want to. I don't like to compare them, but they're very. I'll say Hitler-esque. It's very.
No, they're definitely Hitler-esque.
It's very German-esque the way that that the Zeon move, because I would say I think the play that they're going on is like, since they're not on Earth, there's a certain level of heartlessness that comes with the fact that you're not on Earth, since you're just in space. It's just a vast void.
Yeah.
And a lot of times there aren't the Zeon. I wouldn't say the people, but the Zeon Federation, if you will. They are portrayed as a little less human in that aspect. So they'll do things like the Living Dead division. They do things like betray each other a lot. You know what I'm saying? But their ideals are still as rooted as you would say the Earth Federation is.
And to kind of piggyback off of his point, later on in the series, we see the Earth Federation move just as shady and just as shifty as the Principality of Zeon. So, like, they always show the duality. They always show it, bro. They always show duality between, like, because there is no good guys.
Right.
Yeah. Like, there are, in Gundam, everything is gray. Yeah. There's no good guys, no protagonist. Only protagonists are like Amuro, Camille. Like the kids are the protagonists because
they're still pure of heart.
They're young enough.
They're young enough. They're just young enough. They're young enough.
I'll give them pure heart. They're young enough. I like that. I
can't say pure. I've seen too many bodies.
Char,
you can't be too pure.
Amuro.
I would say Amuro. I would give Amuro that. I would give Amuro
what
pure
about
heart.
This EO guy? That's
EO Fleming? No.
EO's a dickhead.
All right, you right. I see what you're saying.
EO's a dickhead, bro.
My bad. You know, I'm still lost in the.
I wanted the Zeons to win this one, bro. I ain't go cap.
You wanted the Zeons to win this?
In this Thunderbolt, yeah. Yeah, bro. You ain't.
So who was the opposition, and why did you not want the opposition to win?
Bro, because I felt so bad for these. You don't understand. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you later, and then like after the episode, you can be like, bro,
and
I get it.
You a G for picking sides, bro. Like I can't.
I said in this specific instance, I wanted the Zeons to win. This specific instance, that's the only instance you'll find me saying I want the Zeon to win.
I'm gonna keep
because I felt for this living dead division, bro.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. Them boys was losing.
Them boys was losing bad.
I think that's what Elsa was saying. They was getting whooped. It was getting whooped. Like if they didn't do what they did to that dude, they'd have lost that. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I wanted to stuff up. What happened?
I had to move it so I could sit back.
That boy had to keep it cool. You know what I'm saying? Got his new hair and all that. You know what I mean? Y'all can't be out here. Y'all hop off my boy. You know what I'm saying?
New hair is crazy.
Let him get his swag on. Feel me?
Yeah. Moving on after that, we got Igloo, Mobile Suit Gundam Igloo. I didn't really watch Igloo like that. To be honest with you,
it's all good.
All right, so wait, I'm gonna let you take over.
So I didn't want to get on here looking like a fool.
I will let you take over, my boy.
All right, bro. So
I got this clip notes though, so like I got you.
No, I will let you lead because remember, I'm kind of low. I'm still fragmented from the war. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta help me out.
Okay, man, scarred,
bro.
No, I had to stop smiling because
it's that bad. Like,
Gundams get bad, bro.
But
they get worse.
It's like a train wreck, bro. Like for real.
It's a train wreck.
So Igloo takes place on Earth. Read the
okay, I got you. So Igloo is basically a series of OVA episodes that delve deep into the universal century of the Gundam franchise. It presents a detailed and grounded look at the 1 year war, focusing more on the technical and the tactical aspects of the war.
Boom.
And the series is known for its emphasis on realism and its portrayal of lesser known elements of the Gundam universe. And it's 3 parts. There's Igloo, the Hidden 1 Year War, Igloo 2, Gravity Front, and Igloo, the MS 8th Team. Yeah, which is hilarious to me,
man. And so at this point, for me, when I'm watching in the anime and the whole timeline, I'm looking for remnants of Char's presence.
So this is after Char's.
No, this is during the 1 year war. So again, we are still like we're not moving past the 1 year war until we get to Zeta Gundam.
I see.
You see what I know, bro.
Boy, you over here like, bro, I can't take this no more.
This is so much like that, bro. So much in 365 days, bro.
The 1 year war is over once we start talking about Zeta. Once we start moving to Zeta, then there's different conflicts. Everything else is a different conflict after that. But all this that we're talking about beforehand takes place in with 5.9 billion lives. They had to get lost somehow.
Man, I ain't gonna lie.
Over 16 million a day.
16 million a day.
I should have bought a whiteboard and brought like a flow chart. Like
bro,
this goes here.
Really
I got it. Hold on. Let me text you. Go ahead and talk. I'm gonna text him the
thing,
so
he had to put me on the whole. I had to keep checking my own version of it because I can make sure I was on the right thing. Because I'm at this point, I'm like, bro, like
that the whole timeline.
Like, dang, bro, like the desperation that they showed within this is very World War II-esque. I'm telling you. So, nah, for real. And so like he was saying, this is more about the technical side of things. Remember, I told you tech is a big thing when it comes to this, right? So, So outside of the Gundam and have they made Zaku's at this point?
No, they made Zaku's. So it takes place like the main characters in the first one are Garen Zabi, who's the leader of Zeon. Then you have Lieutenant Colonel Lutz, who's a member of the Earth Federation forces.
Heard of him before.
And then you have Major Castian, who's a key character in Zeon. He's an officer who's central to the development of the mobile suits and the strategies.
So that's where it centers around him a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because he's developing. So all the episodes, while I don't think they very much added to the story, they're technically important. And I agree with you. Also, he told me this, but I didn't really know the animation is horrible.
It's horrible. I couldn't. That's why I didn't watch it. It was CGI. It's that CGI animation.
It looked
like
like
Dookie. Like it was terrible.
I'm trying to think of a video game. You ever think like an old Sonic game?
Nah, that was like Sonic 3D, like Sonic 3D Blast. Like is that like Google Sonic 3D Blast and that looks like Gundam. Like not Gundam. This Gundam, Igloo is so ugly. Like Igloo's probably the ugliest looking Gundam I've ever seen in my life.
No offense to the writers.
No offense to the writers. I'm talking pure animation. That animation was dookie.
Yeah, it was terrible.
It was terrible.
It's a terrible choice.
Terrible.
It was a terrible choice. Hard to watch. I just like the lore so much that I've in the history I've always looked I've been able to look past a lot of like stupid stuff because of the story. Just hard, right?
Yeah.
All right. So
That's fair.
Basically, what was going on is they were making new technology to try to beat to win the war, but they had to test it in combat. Like there was no time to really make sure it was right before they could get out there. Like they would make it, and then things would happen, and then they would just have to test it in combat. And every single episode, whoever was testing it would die. And the way that
oh my god,
the way that they kept up with it was the main guy. I can't remember his name now, but the guy that was heading all of the operations. He kind of took it as his own personal mission to make sure that these side things were recorded because they got overshadowed by the greatness that was Char. So they were overshadowed by what he had going on and in the background. So he made it his point to make sure that people knew about these small parts that were also helping to either win or not.
So basically, what I'm hearing is he was a character that was like in Char's shadow, but he wanted to make sure everybody knew what he was doing.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
because he really was doing something
important.
It was helping.
Yeah,
it was definitely important.
Doing something important.
It was definitely important, but it definitely
Char's just because Char has so many key victories, and Char was so integral to like he was integral to Zeon. Like without Char, they're not winning half their conflicts.
100%.
Like at least half.
100%.
I can say that confidently.
100%.
Like he even took a demotion just so he could like fly under the radar because he was really supposed to be like higher ranked in the military.
Hey, boy, folks had all types of respect, but he was playing dirty games.
Char.
Games.
That was riding Char hard.
Dirty games, dog.
Dirty games.
The amount of war crimes he committed, bro. Insane. He probably switched sides like twice.
Oh, Char! I think Char got the most war crimes in history,
bro. That dude, bro. I don't think Hitler
fiction or just in fiction or non-fiction.
Nah, for real.
Pick one.
For real though.
Pick one.
I'm gonna go non-fiction.
Look, because like Darth Vader blew up a plane with the Death Star. That ain't nothing.
No,
ain't nothing
at all.
That ain't nothing.
Not even close.
You gotta think
Kill some kids. Don't matter.
Kill some kids. Oh, okay.
Nothing.
I'll do you one better. I'll do you one better.
Nothing.
I'll do you one better.
We're gonna talk. So I don't spoil it for folks. We're gonna really get into it once we get off of this, bro. Some of that stuff that dude accomplished.
I'm trying to move. I'm trying to get to say. I'm trying to get
go
to
ahead,
say that because I want to talk about Char, bro. Like
Yeah,
I really want to get into this man.
Let's do it.
And so, damn, it's 11 o'clock. Yeah, we really got.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah,
we at the. You just did Igloo, right?
Yeah, we just did Igloo.
Okay, so we at the 80.
Yeah, we at 8.
So now it's year 80.
War in the pocket. Yeah, now it's year 80. So literally. Oh my God, that's crazy.
So I guess they end the war with the Treaty. Is it Antarctica?
Yeah, it was like Antarctica or something like that.
Antarctica. They end the war because of one of those crazy things I'm gonna tell you about when this is over. They do some crazy off the wall.
No, we're gonna talk about it, bro.
stuff.
We'll talk about it on pod too, bro. I gotta talk about that, bro.
All right, for sure.
I got you, man. I
Well,
got
that
you.
coming.
I'll let y'all know. I'll let y'all know when.
Yeah.
But War in the Pocket. It was cool, but again, it just takes place during the 1 year war. More stuff going on.
Oh, it's still the 1 year war.
It's still the 1 year war, but
Good God.
I know.
16 million.
But like, it takes place when like.
My bad.
You good, bro.
ahead, bro.
It's set on Side 6, which is a neutral colony that becomes caught in the crossfire of the 1 year war. The series begins with the Federation and the Zeon forces clashing over control of the colony, which turns his main character Alfred, his peaceful life, into a war zone.
I love the names.
Yeah.
Telling you, bro.
Yeah, his name is Alfred Izuria, something like that. He's a 12-year-old boy. He's a 12-year-old boy living on the colony, which becomes a battleground. And despite his young age, he's deeply affected by the war and becomes involved in the conflict. And he becomes like a mobile suit pilot, basically. Okay.
Again, the trope. So the trope here is these young kids keep finding their way inside Gundams, and then they do good. And so they're like, well, I mean, if you want to fight, keep going.
And then like there's another character named Bernie, Bernie Wiseman, who's on the opposite side of the conflict. And and despite being on the opposite side, Bernie, bro, I like Bernie. Is portrayed as a complex character who struggles with the moral implications of his role in the war. So like being a soldier, the kid makes him realize like, yo, what the hell are we fighting for? Like, what the hell are we doing? Because a lot of these soldiers, that's another theme in Gundam.
Yeah, definitely.
They don't know what they're doing until they know what they're doing. Yeah. And then they're like, what are we doing? And that's on both sides. Yeah. It's just nothing but just bodies. And then there's
I mean, shoot, man, after 20 million people are dead, it's like,
what am I here for?
You know what I'm saying? What am I here for? They kind of hit my boy like he did earlier.
Am I even doing the right thing with my life?
Yeah, like, bro, what?
What are we doing, bro?
This is why I can never be on the front lines. That's the first thing I'm thinking about because I'm literally conceptualizing for. I'm putting it down to like the common man, right? Yeah. So like, even if I'm taking 1, 2, 3 lives, like I know that those souls gonna be walking with me because I took them out.
And those lives have lives, and
you know what I'm saying? People have people that care about them.
Shout out to the soldiers and the military, boy.
Shout out.
They 5.9 billion. Oh, for sure. Every time.
100%.
But like now, we talking about 16 million dead per day in this 1 year war. I'm trying to think. I don't even gotta watch the show to even think about the mental stress, the emotional stress upon these soldiers. You talking about their kids,
dude.
No one's over 20. I haven't seen a person over 20.
That's crazy.
Except Char. Char made it over 20.
And like the really old people in the military. So like you don't see nobody our age. They're either really young or really old.
Or already dead. Already dead.
But one thing I really do like about War in the Pocket before we move on, it's like how it talks about neutrality. It explores the theme of neutrality and the impact of war on neutral territories, and it kind of highlights the challenges faced by like people that get caught in the middle of a larger conflict because they didn't want to be in the war. They were neutral, but Earth and space were like, nah, we need this shit for our war. So looks like one of us is gonna have to take it, and now everybody's lives get upheaved. Yeah, that's right, we're upheaved because of like the conflict. It's just I love it.
Bro.
That reminds me of Double O. I'm not gonna say, but there was like
oh, you talking about the celestial being people?
Yeah. But there was like a certain country that ended up, you know what I'm saying, getting involved, and they was actually trying to be neutral.
Facts. Yeah, bro. Like I think I really like the angle that they took on that, and I think I'm lucky, or we lucky. You know what I'm saying, that we didn't have to wait for this to come out over years of time.
Oh my God, bro!
You know what I'm saying?
Binging this is crazier.
Yeah. Like being able to go back and just kind of see this, because I was after I was watching like 2 or 3 OVAs, and I'm like, dang, I wonder what it's like. What it's got to be like to be like a regular civilian on one of these colonies, especially after some of the stuff they did. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, like what's it got to be like that? And they showed a really good version of that. You know what I'm saying? Like the fallout of war. I think they did a very, very good job. And shout out to all the writers over all the years of all the Gundam in the UC timeline specifically, because they did a really good job of being cohesive with the general story of it. Now, some details, maybe a little different, and maybe some plot holes later on, but they did a really good job of the emotional fallout of all of it and the love stories. I think
Transition King. Speaking of that, Stardust Memory, which is the next one.
Call me TK.
It deals with the aftermath of the 1 year war. Funny. So this series, I gotta get some.
I tried to hold it in. I couldn't. I tried to hold it in.
I tried my best. I be trying, man.
It's crazy as I don't actually know a TK.
That's why you
do.
He's right here. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You just
I guess I know 2 now.
You know what I'm saying?
TK1, TK2.
Shout out TK.
Yeah, you're original, bro. You don't got to come, beat me up for that.
All right.
Stardust
Memory takes place between the ending of Mobile Suit Gundam and Zeta Gundam. So it deals with the aftermath of the 1 year war.
Okay, now we're done with this.
Yeah, we're done with
finally made it.
I know.
Rest in peace, 6 billion.
They signed the treaty.
6 billion people dead.
6 billion people dead. Rest in peace.
Man, nah, for real.
Crazy, man.
I would have definitely been one of them. Go ahead.
It basically dives deep into Zeon trying to rebuild.
Ain't no running.
They bring in neutral colonies.
Ain't no running from these mobile armors.
Ain't nothing.
Ain't no running from these Gundams,
bro.
They actually the Earth Federation, they developed a new line of mobile suits called the GP series.
I've heard of GP series. Can we put a scale on the mobile suits real quick, like just so folks know like the size of these things we talking about?
Yeah, so think of the mobile suit as the size of maybe half like an office skyrise building or something like that. They're about the size of an office skyrise.
Yeah.
It would have to be
your typical
big apartment.
Yeah,
big
think your
city
typical
type
real
luxury.
bit like downtown New York, Atlanta type building.
Yeah, like think Godzilla.
Statue of Liberty.
Statue of Liberty. Yeah,
Statue of Liberty is a very good scale.
Hopped up, walked, and flew around and shot.
And
missiles.
it's fast. A fast Statue of Liberty.
Like jet fast. Like they
Can
go
fly.
Souped up Optimus Prime.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
cap.
souped up Optimus
Prime
Prime.
is
Yeah,
a
'cause
great
Optimus-
comparison.
That's a
sure
perfect
For
comparison.
sure, that was great. I like that.
That was a perfect.
I like that. Go ahead. Yeah, hit my boy with one of them. I like that. I like that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let me share for sure. But yeah, so they introduced these things called GPs, which are supposed to be more advanced, powerful, reflecting the Federation's efforts to regain the technological advantage. It also deals with what's called the Zeons trying to rebuild, and they're trying to get new mobile suits. The Zeon remnants are trying to plan like a resurgence during the whole thing. Then there's this person called unravel Gato, and they had a mission. Gato,
okay,
yeah, you know Gato. Yeah. Gato is a rogue Zeon pilot. He steals a GP unit, which is equipped with a nuclear weapon, and his goal is to use the mobile suit to carry out a plan to retaliate against the Federation and reignite the conflict.
You talking about Stardust?
Oh,
Yeah, Stardust. Yeah, we're on Stardust, which is basically Stardust is actually the Top Gun of the Gundam universe. Like, if you've seen the Top Gun movie, that's basically this whole series. I know Stardust is crazy.
Hey, Stardust, dog. That's one of them ones. Stardust, one of them ones. If you don't watch any other Gundam, watch Stardust.
If you had to rate it 1 to 10 right now, like just quick, what would you do?
I'd give it a 7.
7 out of 10.
I was gonna say 8.
That's not bad. I'd give it an 8 too.
I was gonna
7
say
or 8
because the
I'm fine.
story of it, and I think I might be giving it a higher rating because I know what happened beforehand because I seen the 1 Year War or whatever.
Yeah.
But like that one, bro, Stardust, is it Stardust Memory?
Yeah, Stardust Memory.
Bro,
You're right.
Stardust Crusader.
insane, bro. Like it's and I watched the English dub of that one.
That's the only one I could find. I couldn't find the Japanese.
I couldn't find the Japanese one, but like, you know, and another, this is random side note. When watching the English dubs of it, it almost I guess because I understand everything everyone's saying, I don't have to read it and look at the same time. They did a really good job of translating what was going on, because like the feel, again, really good on the feeling of all of it and like how everybody was like kind of moving and stuff in it too. Like they do a lot of there's a lot of moments like in that anime where they're like, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, like I'm about to, oh, like it's crazy, bro. But like,
no, it's real emotion. It's real. You actually like. It's a good dub. It's not a bad dub.
Very sure.
It's a good dub, which is rare in Gundam. I ain't gonna lie, 'cause some of these dubs be kind of.
Yeah, I mean, them 80s and 90s, like nobody was voice acting well.
Hey, look, real talk. If you go watch the original Gundams, like watch the movies, watch them in Japanese. Don't watch the English. You gonna get mad and bored.
Garbage, bro.
They ain't have the budget for the good dubs.
Just trust me. If you don't trust me on anything else, I say please trust me on that. Yeah. There's also a character Nina Purpleton. She's a genius Gundam what's called designer. And her involvement with the Gundam project and her relationship with the main protagonist Ko and adds to like the stakes of the conflict and like her connections to the mobile suits and her feelings, like it creates that drama. So it's a lot of good drama.
It's a really good love story.
It's a real good love story, and the resolution is pretty cool. It includes I liked it. I thought it was cool. Considering everything we get in this damn series, bro, like I was okay with this. Like this,
I give you that.
Considering everything we get,
I give you that.
I can live with this.
I was a little mad, you know what I'm saying?
I know.
I just me, I don't really like
the final fight was between
saying?
Ko and Gato with the nuclear Gundam, and then there was a resolution, and I ain't gonna speak to it, but I say watch it. It's very good. Stardust Memory, high quality animation. I like how they explored the aftermath. Great character development.
Yeah.
Again, they keep talking about this technology. They keep furthering the technology until we get to.
This one of the best ones. Yeah, this one of the best. This one of the best versions. The best, I would say, all around of all of the things that we were talking about that make Gundam good.
Yeah,
for sure.
And after this one, we got your boy.
Oh, is it the Rebellion?
No, not Charles Rebellion. We got your boy.
Oh, you talking about my boy Camille? Yeah, that's right. Hey, I'm glad. I go for 20 minutes. But look, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there.
So so after, let me set the stage.
You good.
I'm gonna let you go because I know this is your boy. So after Mobile Suit Gundam Stardust Memory, we have Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam. And Zeta Gundam follows Char after the war, as well as a brand new protagonist, Camille.
Hey, watch that one in Japanese so you can understand why I be saying that. Watch that one in Japanese. Look, I'm gonna keep it a whole bean with you. Naming my kid Camille. It's happening.
Yeah,
I'm putting it out there. My first child will be named Camille. That's how much I like this character.
Go ahead.
I looked it up. I looked what it means. It means helping to the priest.
That's how.
So we good. You know what I'm saying? Not giving him no crazy stuff. So Zeta, whoo.
Yeah, let's talk about Zeta.
Go ahead now. Set me up.
All right, so basically Zeta, it takes place in the Universal Century. It takes place 8 years after the 1 year war. James, we finally away. We free.
Off this, we done got two more presidents after this war came through. I done seen a new mayor. I'm happy. I'm on Earth. I'm chilling.
Hey, bro, no cap.
Keep them Xeon, you good. Keep them Xeons, them zombies, them Char, Scar, Mask, keep them all away from me.
For now.
No, for real though. Not for real. I'm with that. You need to get as far as you possibly can from these dudes because it only gets worse from here.
It only gets worse from here.
Keep me away from these folks,
because he still ain't done yet. He thought he was good when he got done with the Xeon family. Now he's coming to take over.
Now it's time for, like you asked me, his purpose. Yeah. Now it's time for his purpose,
bro. So,
but yeah, it takes place 8 years after the 1 year war, and it deals with the conflict between the what was the AEUG, which is basically the new Earth forces, and the
Titans. I think
the Titans,
which were
the Titans are the Earth forces. Excuse me, the Titans, which are the Earth forces, and the AEUG, which is basically a rebel faction of like the Earth forces, kind of
Allied Earth.
Yeah.
Something group. I think I've heard them before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of AEG.
And the main characters are the boy Camille, who's
B-Don.
B-Don. He's the protagonist of the series. He's a 17-year-old who was initially involved in the conflict after his mobile suit is stolen by so the AEUG stands for Anti-Earth Union Group.
Yeah, I knew something.
There it is. Anti-Earth Union Group. Let me be thorough in my explanations.
Yeah.
He's a talented pilot with a strong sense of justice and a personal drive to end the conflict. Camille's character experiences significant growth throughout the series as he grapples with
He's about to go crazy.
Bro.
I hope y'all ready. Because I am.
Yo. And then you have Char Aznable, who's also known as Quattro Bagina.
A third alias?
He has a third alias.
We're talking about Casball right now?
Yes, bro.
Casball. Same person. Bro. He goes by another name, bro, Quattro.
I'm telling you.
Lieutenant Quattro.
Man, he is a vampire, bro.
Hey, the dude know what he doing. He's dangerous, very, very dangerous dude, bro.
Espionage is on 1 billion.
Bro, 1 billion.
1 trillion.
Real Tom Cruise type dude, bro. Like, just switching faces whenever he feel like it. And it's working. Garnering respect everywhere, too. Everybody's like, bro, I love this guy. Like Lieutenant Quattro, I
and
love
then
him,
there's a part in the story where like his past
Lieutenant Quattro, bro.
Yeah, you have. I know you have. Yeah, that boy too iconic. Char, Quattro, Casval, you know
he's definitely iconic. Like
you know
that's crazy,
bro.
You know
getting ranked,
still making
talking about making waves. Talking about folks know him as his other names. Talking about like it's crazy, bro.
No, so like
he getting away with all of it.
He gets
he getting away with it, bro. Like folks just accepting it. Folks is knowing like, oh no, that's not your name, but you know I like what you got going on, bro.
Like,
so I'm gonna let you.
I know who you are. I know what you did, but you fine.
I like the way you did that. I would have did it too if I was you. You know what I'm saying? And the whole time, no one still knows the whole reason why he started doing all this stuff anyway. Anybody that knows why he's here is dead already.
Except for his sister. That's the only person who's alive.
Facts.
That's the only person.
And we don't know how because, bro, they don't even, he don't be going to protect her. He don't be trying to do none of that. He left all that in the past. He done left her in a winter planet twice.
So this is like a new, honestly, since his name changed, he got like a new persona.
Yeah. As a matter of
persona,
fact,
mannerisms, attitude, everything new. But that Char is still there.
Yeah, he's still Char, but it's
there,
like,
but it's everything new.
Yeah.
New.
Like he like a double, triple agent.
Bro, quadruple.
Quattro.
Lieutenant Quattro. Not for real.
Like literally.
Casfall, Quattro, Char.
You call it Comet too.
And then he had, he's the Red Comet.
Red Comet.
4.
Damn.
Bro.
You put me on.
One of my favorite characters in anime to this day, but I ain't gonna lie. My boy Camille B. might have him beat. That's my young bull, man. Like, Camille is a textbook protagonist. You know what I'm saying? Young kid kind of gets thrown thrown into the war effort on his own. But this would be my first. This is my first introduction to what I would say a natural new type. So we already talked about new types.
A little bit. I kind of briefly went over new types, but we didn't really go into like.
All right, bet. So new types in detail are basically like space noise, if you will, that have tapped into their ability to kind of feel out everything within space. So it's like this unknown thing. It's kind of becoming a thing at this point.
Think of it like the Force from Star Wars.
Right,
Yeah.
right. They're kind of like more in tune with the Force, you know what I'm saying? And so at this point, Camille's the first one that kind of makes it a big conversation. I would put Char in that conversation of being a new type, but he might just be like lost in revenge. You think so?
He's a new type. Because remember with him and Lala and Amuro, they all
had that connection thing.
Yeah.
So
Char's definitely the way that man moves. He a new type for sure.
And so I apologize. Yeah, he's a new type too. So Camille's the first one I would say kind of brings it into a major conversation within both sides of said war or whatever.
Publicizing it, basically.
Yeah, like kind of making it a thing. Like he would be like the pioneer of. He made it a big thing.
He's the poster child.
Yeah, like because I think that's half the reason why he stayed on the shit with Brighton them, because they was like he might be a new type, so like we got to keep him around.
Yeah.
So he gonna help.
That was the main reason, actually. That wasn't even half the reason.
That was the reason.
And because his parents got killed too, so like there was that too. Like it's because the
Spoiler.
that happened.
Probably not much of a spoiler.
It's episode 2. It's episode 2. Spoiler.
If you're not trying to see parents die, don't watch Gundam.
Yeah, I'm about to say if you
Or
a parent
anime.
or anime, yeah, parents gonna die in anime on me.
Yeah,
But
facts.
the conflict kind of, so like I said, it takes place 8 years after the thing. The Earth sphere is divided between the Titans, which is the elite faction of the Earth Federation, and the AEUG, which is the resistance group. So
Anti-Earth.
again, you have the two sides. And Camille's involvement involves when he stole the suit and then becomes a pilot because, like Akil said, he's a new type. And then it goes into the rise of the Titans. And the Titans, which is that faction, they're depicted as a corrupt authoritarian organization, which they are.
And they're ace pilots too, so they're really, really, really good.
And they're good at their job. Their actions and policies contribute to the unrest and the opposition from groups like the AEUG. So basically, their way that they were so oppressive to like the people on Earth kind of led to the resistance. And then you have Char, his role. He joins the AEUG.
I know it.
And works to undermine the Titans from within. His motivations and path. Yeah.
Bro.
I knew he was going to do that joke.
Char is Slytherin.
He is.
Bro.
And then you got the development of the new types, which, like Wade was saying, this series really delved deep into what a new type is and the concept of them. So individuals with psychic abilities and heightened spatial awareness essential to the series. Characters like Camille, Lala, and other new types and their abilities, like they get shown, and then there's a bunch of major battles. You have to deal. Haman Karn. Then there's another. We get introduced to this character named Haman Karn, who was basically who was successfully about to revive Zeon into like a Neo Zeon, because she has one of the last zombie members in her possession.
Yeah, you thought the boys was over with.
Them boys came back. And then it goes. The whole series just goes to like all the war stuff. I'm trying not to spoil this.
Yeah,
one,
bro.
Because this one's my favorite.
This is the best one.
Yeah.
This is the
Quick rank 1 to 10.
10. 10. Hard 10.
That's the first perfect score
Hard
we got on
10.
Red Comic, bro.
Hard 10.
I gotta give it a
Hard
10. Because bro, this is the one that me and Wade, I was literally at Wade's house. We was talking about this show. We watched every single episode. I was at my house watching episodes. He was at his crib watching episodes. We would talk about this joint. Like this is the one. Like we were. Like this is like it was.
Yeah, like you'll mess around and get caught up for real. Like,
you really get caught up. Go ahead, bro.
No, you good. This is one of them shows like where you're like you could be watching it and not really caring what's going on, and then like something happen and you be like, wait, hold on, what?
Let me lock back in.
Yeah, like hold on,
Bro, I'm trying to tell you.
Wait, he doing what? But ain't he?
Wait, who died? What?
Hold on.
What do you mean they stole this?
Just run it all the way back. You know what I'm saying?
Wait.
Just run it all the way back.
Yeah, I haven't watched a show like that in years,
bro. This the one.
The character development is off the chain.
This the one.
Character
Insane,
development
bro.
off the chain.
Insane. You know they got their love story in there too.
I think the rest of this year, in the year 2025, I'm gonna be really
Just go ahead,
delving
bro.
into.
That's all I'm saying, bro. Just look and take your time with it. It's all there.
Yeah,
It's all there.
It's all there.
It's all there.
I know the content is heavy too, like,
Bro. Crazy. Like this was that. Like I think I said this on the first episode. This is one of them animes. Like you want to say this from where like you got a real appreciation. You know what I'm saying? You can sit down and really like get into it. 'Cause boy, you're gonna have to really like this on some like James Bond type stuff. Like you gotta pay attention.
Like this is really a whole universe in itself. Like it's so intricate. And just the way that they do, like the character development, the growth, and how they everything ties together so neatly. Like you couldn't tell, like me watching it now, you couldn't tell me that this wasn't like planned already. Like the fact that like all this stuff came out from like the 70s and onwards, I would think that the way that this thing went out, that they planned this from 1979.
Bro, it's like they just wrote it down and just left it up and just like left the studio, and then new dudes came in 2 years later like, all right, bet that's all I gotta do. Boom, like it's mapped out, and they just at this point it's just animating it. You know what I'm saying? But my young bull Camille be dying.
Oh no, Camille's that dude, bro. And like I said, the ending.
Is that Zeta or was ZZ where it ends?
That's Zeta. That's the end of Zeta. ZZ, which is one I skipped because I ain't really like ZZ. I like the themes and the lore. I like the lore of ZZ.
You know I love lore.
I don't like the show of ZZ.
I feel that.
Great lore.
What's your gripe with the show?
The characters are boring. Yeah, the dialogue's kind of.
They didn't continue.
There's no character growth really, and like. Zeta is regarded as like the best entry in the franchise. Then you go from the best to arguably one of the worst.
I didn't know that. Well, that I can see how that could happen because when you have a great installment like that, it's hard to live up to.
Follow up, it's hard.
Because like only thing I would put like maybe above Zeta would be like Char's Rebellion. But like, I feel that. Again, that's Char's Rebellion, bro.
That's his.
Which happens right after.
I heard that myself.
Yeah, that'd be his star moment. You know what I'm saying?
And let's talk about Double Z real quick because we gotta get going.
Get to the ending. Yeah. So
I gotta get to the ending. So Double Z, I'm gonna let you cook on that one because I just got the clip notes on it. I got the settings and the plot points though if you need that.
Yeah, I do need that. But basically, because again, I'm lost in the war. But you know what I'm saying? But basically, I would say it's just like a continuation. Of Zeta.
Nothing really important happens except for like the lore.
Yeah. So the lore, and it didn't really continue the story that well either. Like it was kind of in that same bracket. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like where Z took it to greatness, it kind of just into the climax. You know what I'm saying? But at the very end, that's when it get bad for me. That's a real bad moment for me personally at the end of Z.
Oh yeah.
That one hurts. That one hurts me a lot. Like
another reason I don't like ZZ.
Yeah, another trope that they do a really good job of is bring you real close in with these pilots, and then like
yes,
that's one of the
ones. I love it, but I hate that about Gundams. Like they literally will make you. They will literally make you the pilots so relatable, so friendly. It's so much like you.
Wasted.
Then his head gets cut,
bro. Like
AOT style.
Don't get me wrong. Like I like Shiro. Shiro went out good.
Shiro probably had the happiest ending out of everybody, bro. I go.
Shiro went out good as hell, bro. I like the way he went out. And a couple of them didn't like. Yeah, and a couple of them didn't like. Go down, but man, I ain't even gonna get into it, bro. It's just my boy. That's my boy, bro. Like,
but yeah, bro. I'm gonna just blitz through. This is Double Z Gundam, so it's set in the Universal Century. Takes place literally right after Zeta Gundam ends. This series starts, so it's like that and that. It's a very quick turnaround. The Earth Federation is dealing with the rise of Neo Zeon, which is led by Haman Karn, and it deals with a bunch of internal struggles. Yeah, bro. The rise of Neon Zeon, which is led by Karn, emerges as a major threat. Haman aims to establish Neon Zeon as a dominant power and challenges Earth and the remaining Titans. Then you have the formation of the AUEG, which is now under the leadership of Noah Bright, who was the leader of White Base from the original 1 Year War in Gundam. So now he's...
I
like Bright.
Yeah.
Keep up.
I like Bright.
Hey, I'm trying. This is a big topic. It's a big topic.
First base, he was in the 1 Year War, right?
Yeah, he was in the White Base.
Survived through the whole thing.
He was Amuro's commander, man.
Yeah.
Amurore. But basically, the show really the real important part of the show is Haman Karn and her goal to create Neon Zeon, the evolution of Neon Zeon, which it's impacting the broader conflict and the resolution, which basically led to Char's Rebellion. Which is chronologically the next thing that happens.
So
honestly, this more sound like a setup movie or
a
setup show.
Antebellum movie.
It is like
Antebellum to the next war.
Big buffer.
Because you said they had one of the best installments with Zeta. You said
Zeta's arguably the best one,
and then they came crazy with that Rebellion. So
came crazy, and then And you see how they're doing. You see how they do Neo Xeon, Neo. You know what I'm saying? You know, just for future reference.
Yeah, and now we have possibly one of the greatest atrocities, war moment, thingamabob, violence, acts of violence.
Man.
That's the best way for me to say acts of violence in history. We have Char's Counterattack, which is on Netflix. Please watch it. The film came out in 1988.
Hold on. This is not Rebellion. This is just a counterattack.
It's the same thing. Char's Rebellion, Char's Counterattack, same thing. Yeah.
Quattro.
Yeah.
Quattro, Lieutenant Quattro, Shar, Casval, whoever you want to call him. The blonde
Same
dude
thing.
with the red suit.
The biggest slime.
The mask.
Biggest slime.
Oh, no cat.
The biggest slime.
I hadn't even seen all this content. I already know he's the biggest slime.
Bro.
So the film is set following Double Z Gundam. The Earth Federation is struggling to maintain control and peace as Neon Zeon, led by Char Aznavour, poses a new threat. Char reveals himself to be Casval Rem Daikun in the movie, saying, "Hey man, look, y'all remember my daddy? Y'all remember the guy that took y'all to space?
It's time. It's me.
It's time. It's me. It's me."
Is
He come out to everybody like, it's me.
Is he still working with the AEUG?
No,
he betrayed
he
them
is
through
me. He
ZZ,
is
I
Zeon
think.
now.
Spoiler with the betrayal, but you know.
Yeah, but it's Char. We
I'm about to
seen it.
say Char does
Unsurprising at this point.
That's not surprising.
Yeah. Then so Char basically his plan is to use the massive space fortress called the Axis to force humanity to relocate to space. His plan involves using the asteroid to create a new habitat and radically alter the balance of power in the Earth sphere. Char's vision is driven by the belief of his father, and he's saying that basically this is going to make humans evolve.
Yeah.
Amuro Ray comes back. He's now a pilot for the Earth Federation, and him and Char had their little dude. They thug dizzle.
He ain't gonna let that boy just
He
get
ain't
away
gonna let that boy
with it,
just
you
be.
know what I'm
I remember
saying?
hearing that crazy vocal.
Yeah. Imagine, bro. Me and bro went at it. I don't know how many years ago. You know, I thought everything was straight.
I thought he died.
I thought I was good.
I know he didn't because he worked with him during Zeta.
There's ZZ. That's when they first ran into each other. So like that's even crazier, bro. Because
They
they
ran into each
got
other in
cool
Zeta
again
with Camille.
He started getting a little respect for him. But he's the whole time he's the only one like, y'all don't know nothing about this dude, bro. They like, nah, bro, that's Lieutenant Quattro. He like,
Oh, is he the only dude like questioning like?
he knew.
Oh, he
just
knew
did.
him.
But one of them ones, so he was like, I know you, but like,
It was a point in
Whatever,
in
we
Zeta
gonna
where
just
Char
let it
and
rock.
Amuro team up.
yeah,
Like
like,
Amuro and Char team up,
okay,
and like
okay.
Amuro's like, "Oh, this motherfucker is Char." Okay.
yeah.
He
And
was
then-
cool
and
with
then-
it because it benefited him.
Well,
It benefited-
again, it's that respect garnering thing
yeah.
he be doing. So he's one of the ones that was like, bro, I know you, but you're doing good right now. So I'm
They're
giving you a
rivals,
chance.
bro. It's like Goku, Vegeta,
Yeah.
Naruto,
Okay.
Sasuke.
I'm gonna give you a
it's
little
the
chance.
rivals.
give
you
him
know what I'm saying?
respect so he
Doing
ain't gonna
all
air him
right
out
now.
type shit.
Amuro's
Air him out anyway.
pretty old at this point, right?
Not really.
I think-
He's
nah,
our
this
age.
This is only what 2 or 3 years after that.
So the Camille thing takes place 8 years after. So Zeta takes place 8 years after the original 1 Year War. Amuro's about a teenage. Let's just say he's 15 for sake of argument. He's about 15 when he starts the war.
Okay.
8 years after that, he's in his early 20s.
Yeah.
And then this one takes place maybe a year or two. So he's still like
24,
early
25?
Yeah, he's not even 30 years old yet. Yeah. Char's probably
He old. He OG.
Char probably 30, but he not old, bro.
They still in their prime of their life.
They're still in the prime. Like when it happened, like they still young. Like they are still young men when they do this. And then basically, something drops on Earth, and
I mean, you might as well just
a
do
whole
it, bro.
Char basically drops a whole colony on Earth.
Now, remember earlier, I said the colonies is the new Earth
Spoiler.
people where everybody's spoiler,
Yeah.
where everybody is
Spoiler.
living. So these are
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I couldn't do it.
This,
It's crazy.
but these are mind you, like there's billions of people on these things. Like
Billions.
this
That
ain't-
just killed
like
me,
it's a
bro.
whole other, bro.
The whole world,
Yeah,
really,
he
the whole
dropped-
country.
No, in Earth.
In Earth, yeah.
It's in Earth. It's
A
in
mini
Earth.
Earth. He dropped
It's
a
in
mini
little
Earth
He
on
dropped a
Earth.
mini Earth on Earth.
It's crazy.
Bigger than the moon.
It actually happens early in the movie too. I think it's like the first 15, 20 minutes.
That's how he starts it off.
Yeah, that's how he starts it off.
Like
That's
I'm
how
Casball.
This man is crazy.
that's how he declares war. He drops a colony.
Y'all seen Justice League, the Justice Space Station they got? When
Yeah,
they
the
dropped it on
Watchtower?
Earth? Yeah, is it kind
Yeah.
of like that? Or is it bigger?
Bigger.
Way bigger. I'm
So-
telling you,
Way
bro,
bigger?
It's
So let's think-
another Earth. Like,
Think about, let's see, what's the biggest
Not
type of
Earth size,
space
but-
station that we've seen? Think like the Death Star, but just condense it a little bit.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. There's a OVA that I watched earlier where they were flying over Sydney, Australia. I don't know the math of how big it is, but all of Sydney is a bay now because a colony.
That's true.
Hit it.
That's true.
Gotcha.
So
Australia
it turned
don't
Sydney,
exist no more.
Australia, into a water bay.
Yeah, it turned into a whole. It basically destroyed the whole country,
Entire
continent. Actually, destroyed the whole continent.
Australia.
Sydney,
Basically-
Australia is a bay now. Like,
That's the country.
yeah. So
Australia is
that's
known for it.
just for remnants of size of these things.
And like the amount, and like it tipped Earth off its like axis, so it caused like
Catastrophic damage.
like a lot of weather damage, like char.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I can see it.
Yeah.
That's like basically dropping a nuke.
Yeah.
It's probably worse than a
It, actually, it's
There's
like
no chemical fallout.
I mean,
Well, I'm not gonna say no.
I mean,
but
again,
some.
I don't know the
There's
math.
definitely
That's
gonna
why
be
I said
some.
nuke.
I don't know the math. A nuke might take a city. I'm talking about these colonies, bro. Like,
Nah, nuke taking more than the city, bro. It's only take 3 nukes in the world done.
okay, so then yeah,
environmentally, yeah.
yeah. So I give it a nuke. Then my bad. You know, my
you
math
good,
is
bro.
wrong, you know.
Most
Nah,
people don't even
people
know
know about
Educated.
that, bro.
Because like I mean, yeah, as far as like not to derail the conversation,
You
but
good. Go ahead.
once when a nuke drops, yeah, like it basically destroying. Like if a nuke was to drop on Atlanta right now, it's destroying it. Basically, all
Eastern
this.
seaboard, basically, bro.
I was about to say, as far as damage is going to destroy basically everything that goes on in suburb Atlanta, but Eastern Seaboard it's not going to be livable in 3 months because we're going to be having the chemicals.
Yep. And then like the amount of people that died, bro, it was just so.
That's what I was about to say. How many people died from that alone?
A couple billion.
A couple billion because they were all on the colony, and that's
couple
the folks
Bills
that
are
weren't.
like it's nothing, bro. They
Bro,
run-
and they
What
be
about the
doing-
people that
and
died on
bro,
Earth?
They don't even, bro. Like, they don't even like think about that part. Like, out of all the emotional things, no one thinks about like that part of the decision. They just be like, oh yeah, drop them,
yeah.
drop them, drop them.
Nice jump scare.
That man charged
Need
to be
it.
like, oh, all right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drop a colony. I'm like, wait, we're dropping the colony? Like, yeah.
I'm cast falling. This is no longer Earth.
Y'all come to space.
Did y'all forget I was a Daikun?
Boy, talking about that like a Lil Wayne tape.
You don't know me.
I thought he was gonna play me.
No, I thought you were gonna say more.
Oh no, you good.
Yeah, I won't go.
Y'all remember that?
I won't go teach you.
Y'all know that joke where they were going around and like, just give me my money. And
Yeah.
like, don't say it. I thought that's what he was.
Nah.
Oh, that would have been some terrible. As a super producer, I'm glad he did not do it.
I'm not gonna do you like that, bro.
I appreciate it, bro.
I got your back, bro.
embarrassed.
But yeah, that's basically what happens in Charles Rebellion, and then like him, Amuro, and Lala Soon, they all meet each other in the Great Beyond. The end. And that's somewhat the end of Char Aznavour. Somewhat. Moving on, we have.
Spoiler.
I don't even know if that was Char or not, bro. I ain't gonna cap. I gotta rewatch that show again.
What?
Bro, I'm telling bro. I wish I could quantify.
No cap.
Y'all
spirit
just
that
gotta
is
go
Shaw
watch
Aznavour,
that.
bro.
That's
I know I'll be watching.
That's
Yeah.
marketing. Go watch that.
And that takes place in Universal Century 93. So literally 93 years after humans left space, we had the 1 year war. We had the grip stuff, which is basically all the Zeta stuff. We had the war in the pocket and
the war in the
Wars.
pocket.
Bro.
the war. Yeah, that was all in one. Basically, yeah. Damn, that's a lot. Holy shit.
All that shit happened in like what, 8,
Yeah,
9 years?
About a decade.
Yeah.
A decade of war straight.
4 wars. Or is it 5?
It's one.
Yeah, it's one, but it's really
and then a
like,
bunch of random stuff after it.
Yeah. So one war and a bunch of conflicts.
Wow.
They're trying to they just keep trying to revive stuff and they keep breaking like beating it back and or someone lose and or whatever be going
Because
on.
now we have a unicorn, which happens
Yes,
after the
that's my favorite.
Laplace box recovery. So Laplace's box is basically like this thing saying that like new types are to be treated as like regular people, so that way we can stop like the conflicts between space and all that. But obviously it ain't gonna happen because it's Gundam. It takes place.
Absolutely
We got my boy Banaja Lynx. Banaja. Yeah, he had Audrey Byrne, initially known as Audrey Byrne, but she's revealed to be a Zabi, the last surviving Zabi member.
See, they ain't going nowhere
They
yet.
ain't going nowhere yet. You have Full Frontal, who was basically Char.
the mask.
The mask. He's basically Char.
Slytherin.
Yeah. And like the major plot points for this series, it takes place in Universal Century 3 years after Char's counterattack. So 3 years after Char did what he did, Earth and Neon Zeon are in a state of tension and conflict because there still is a Neon Zeon. Like, the whole military age is going to disappear overnight.
Yeah.
The Unicorn Gundam, Banaja Lynx finds it. He becomes the mobile suit pilot. full frontal. He's trying to find Laplace's box. Basically, that's what everybody's trying to find is that box.
Race to the box.
Because that's what everybody's trying to.
The new way to win now.
Exactly, and they want to either use them for war or stuff like that. It's a lot of stuff that goes into Unicorn. It's on everything. I think it's on Hulu.
Netflix.
It's
I
on
think
Netflix.
at this point, it's pretty much
I
taken
hope
over this one.
Yeah,
everybody's loving this.
People should have seen Unicorn. But if you haven't seen Unicorn, definitely check it out. Please do.
Very good animation on that too.
Oh, high quality.
Great animation.
Very good.
I tapped into
high quality.
most of it.
And like the ending, the ending is ambiguous, but it leaves on the more positive note.
Benign, I would say.
Benign than most other Gundam franchises. Like this one is a happier ending than you're gonna get in most.
Yes. Yes.
Most-
People died,
Are we making it the happiest? Are we gonna mark that the happiest ending?
I can't mark now. I gotta go with my boy Shiro.
Shiro.
Because Shiro got the girl.
Shiro
got the girl that got
do,
away.
man.
That's the happiest ending you can get in Gundam. You got the girl.
Still
that
lost
got
the
away.
arm getting out of there too.
Real.
And he probably died during Charles' counterattack.
Oh
Spoiler,
my!
but real.
I didn't even think about that, bro.
He probably died during Charles' counterattack. Like, bro, Charles killed everybody.
Brought back the Shaw sound.
And this is the Char sound from now on, bro. Every time I say his name, Char.
I ain't gonna lie. Back to Unicorn.
Yeah,
on
go
some,
ahead.
just to kind of close it out.
Yeah.
I've actually seen this one, so
There
I
we
can
go.
talk about it a little bit. I definitely will say I feel like this one, a lot of the conflicts he was talking about before was like Earth or space. And they did a lot of like both in Unicorn, I would say.
Oh, for sure.
And I feel like, to me, out of what Gundams I've seen, has some of the best fights.
Definitely.
And like you said, like it's also got a lot of characters that like I didn't know the timeline before I came in, but like it's got a Zabi in there, Char Jr. if you want to say that.
Whatever.
Facts.
Then you got the great MC. I always got good MCs.
That boy Banaja.
Yeah.
I like Banaja. He was cool.
Yeah.
Them new types, man, I be feeling for it. Especially the artificial new types. They introduced that concept in here too. Them artificial new types is.
Facts.
They go through it.
They go crazy.
I feel
too,
like I was
though.
watching the Living Dead division again.
Man.
Actually, not the Living Dead was worse. I take it
I
back.
would think. Speaking of Living Dead division of with the new type, wasn't that the big main part of Axis?
It was part of him. Yeah. They fought for
right.
Yeah.
Because and now this one I watched a little bit later, a little closer to today. But I gotta remember that was the episodes weren't very long, right? It was only like 6 episodes, 3 minutes.
Yeah.
That did a real good job of, like you were saying, the artificial new types. That was kind of what that was based around.
True.
And they probably had it the roughest. They probably had it about as rough as the Living Dead division.
Oh, for sure.
Same darkness that I would say surrounded that season. But it wasn't very forwarding though. Like it wasn't very forwarding. It was written well. It was drawn well, but the progression wasn't really there. It's almost a whole. It's real side piece.
100%.
Definitely
Kind of like
but it's
a
quick,
open
though.
close type thing.
It's real quick. Like I said, the episode is not longer than 3 minutes. The last episode was probably 7 minutes. Like it's more emotional than anything else.
Just quick little side stories to keep you interested.
But it's cool though.
It's cool. It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Cool.
No,
Drawn well.
great animation.
And I think I like the way they went about it too, because it wasn't very like deep into everything, but it was like if you paid attention to it, it was good.
Yeah.
Was it like tying together plot points that you
Not
did?
really.
Okay.
Not really. It was just
like I
little
said,
stories.
literally just random. It was just some random.
Side quest
But
type thing.
it fills in the world just to like make it more livable. Like you understand these characters a little bit more.
Gotcha.
After that, we had Mobile Gundam NT. That one's actually it's a movie too.
Narrative.
Narrative.
Really good.
I don't know why I keep saying NT. Yeah, narrative.
I mean, they say NT.
Yeah, narrative. It's on Crunchyroll. And I think it's on Hulu. It takes place in Universal Century again. It follows the events of Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn. The Earth Federation is dealing with the aftermath of the conflict involving Neo Zeon and the box incident. The new type phenomena is on the rise, and there's a lot of threats. The film goes into like the influence of new type abilities and the concept of new types and their impact into the ongoing war in the story. There's a new threat. The Earth sphere gets divided again. Minerva Zabi, she pops up again. And then there's a whole Gundam. There's a whole Gundam that
Can't take
basically is
away
like
the zombies. Can't take away Shar's.
Zeon, don't forget the Zeon.
Oh, and the
bro.
Zeons, bro.
Don't forget
Yeah,
she's in charge of
man.
them. Echoes, man.
Echoes of war, bro.
You gotta think about it though. The Universal Century started at the first war started in the 79th year.
Yeah.
And right now they're at year when narrative takes place 97.
So at 20
not even
years?
20 years.
It's not even 20 years.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
It's not even 20 years, really.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
You're right.
Yeah, so like
It's 18.
You ain't gonna you're not gonna forget Char, zombies, none of them stuff for a minute.
Yeah.
Their echoes are just felt. But narrative basically it has like this new type that's piloting a rogue Gundam, and basically they have to stop that rogue Gundam. And that's basically the story. I'm not going to go into too many spoilers because we're running low on time, but it's a really good show. I give it a solid 8, 9. Like, it's one of those. Like, I would say watch it for sure.
Yeah, definitely one of the better ones.
After that one, we have my boy Hathaway, Mobile Suit Gundam Hathaway, which is on Netflix. It's a Netflix original.
That's my second favorite.
I love me some Hathaway. And Hathaway is the son of Noah Bright, and he's basically Char Jr.
That's the real Char Jr.
That's the real Char Jr.
That's the real Char Jr.
That is the real
and
Char
Hathaway
Jr.
is also very well animated.
Oh my!
I started Hathaway,
Beautiful.
but I never finished.
Hey,
I started it too.
Y'all need to finish. Y'all should finish.
I think I got taken off of Netflix, but it was on Netflix. when
It's
I
still
started.
there.
Oh, it's still there.
It's
Okay.
still there.
because they waiting on Hathaway 2.
Yeah, they're making the sequel.
In a minute.
Oh, okay.
They're making a sequel movie. Yeah, it's a
Okay.
movie. It's a movie. It's
Yeah,
a
it's
real
a
good movie.
real good movie.
He's basically like created like his persona called like MAFD, this whole rebel organization to fight against Earth, and he is Char Jr. That's the whole thing. He is Char Jr.
Damn, bro. I mean, you think he gonna do that thing again, bro?
Oh, he
And
definitely.
Hathaway 2?
Oh, he doing that. I believe it.
Man,
I believe it. I believe
I didn't even think about that until just now. He for sure finna do that.
he finna do it.
I don't know what he about to do, but
It's gonna be bad.
He gonna do it.
For sure that. Definitely.
We boys know.
Facts. But that's Hathaway. It's not really a lot that goes on. It's one single story, but it's a great story.
Yeah.
Solid 9, solid 10, solid 8. 8 to 10 range. Like, watch that.
I think it's one of those good setups too. Like I don't think it progresses the story so much, but it's Hathaway 2 is definitely
Oh, Hathaway 2 is gonna be filthy. I think it comes out next year.
filthy. That's
Coming
a
to
good one.
theaters.
No, it's gonna be a Netflix.
Okay. Oh, you did say it was Netflix OG.
You good? After that, we have Mobile Suit F91. I didn't really watch that.
It was
one.
another movie. It was made a while ago, so I think Hathaway kind of filled in that hole. Kind of set it up for that, but another movie that didn't really. I wouldn't necessarily say furthered anything like, but still a good movie to watch in general. Like this would be more like I'm just a fan of Gundam.
Facts.
So I'm finna
Want
just
some
watch
Gundam
it.
content?
Yeah,
tap
I just
into this.
like at this point, like I gotta finish the timeline because I gotta finish the timeline. But again, not a bad movie at all. You know
Same thing with the next entry too. Victory. I didn't watch Gundam Victory either.
I like Victory.
I couldn't get into it.
I like what I like about
This is
Victory.
the show.
This is a show.
It's the show.
The
This
la-
one's a
yeah,
TV
this is a
show. Also,
and it's the
very
last one chronologically in the Gundam timeline. So this is
UC.
UC. This is the last thing that happened is Gundam Victory. After that, I'm waiting on news.
Again, exactly. Same thing too. Like not very furthering, if you will, for the story.
Yeah.
But what I like about Victory. I like the Gundam. I kind of like.
Yeah,
now
the
we're
Victory
kind of
Gundam's
getting
cool.
into. I think
That Gundam is broken. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm telling you, literally
That's a broken Gundam.
They introduced more technology with this one too, because like with that Gundam, like with the way that it kind of moves, like it's like separatable, right? So what they would do is they at this point they've mass produced Gundams, right? Like it's a thing, right? And so the head comes off on it, so it's more like a transformer now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's more like a transformer now. It can turn into its own little ship. They have like these new little like shield things that can block beams or whatever and stuff like that. Yeah. They got they're like helicopters that turn into like shields. So it's like it's very well like made technology wise. But the story isn't very intriguing.
Yeah. Animation's great.
Yeah, animation's cool.
I'll give
I
you
really like
animation
the
credit.
technology of it.
Yeah.
And the Victory Gundam I think is one of the strongest Gundams around just because of the versatility.
Yeah,
of
just
it.
in terms of raw power, it's easily one of the strongest Gundams around. Easily.
And it also had one of the youngest pilots.
Yeah, I think he's like 12
He had to be.
or like 11 or something. He definitely wasn't a teenager.
Yeah.
But that's the entire Gundam timeline, guy. We did it in under 2 hours.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We went through the entire Gundam
good.
timeline. Oh
good.
man, I definitely appreciate you guys pulling up, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate
you
y'all
for having
listening.
us.
This is the RCP as usual, and we are out of here. I'm gonna see y'all later. New episodes drop every Monday, so tune in every Monday. New episodes drop. We're on Spotify. We're on YouTube, Apple, anywhere else you get your podcast stuff from should be there. But those are the main 3 that I post on. Other than that, I'm out. Peace.
Oh my gosh, I see you.